Now, the last thing I expect in the news cycle this week, and can I just jump in? Yep. It's not been a great news cycle for George this week. No. What with first my religion getting disrespected, and then secondly, my community getting disrespected. Just like, yeah, it's not been a great week for news. Not been a great week for news. Where's it ever a great week for news? Come on, let's be honest. I mean, I do have to applaud Adam Fleming how he manages to keep it engaging on newscasts when 99% of the time the news is just crap. Yeah. Anyway, the last thing I expected was the Prime Minister of Canada and the current President of Finland to be visiting one of the PWHL teams during one of their practice sessions. Because we are in a very busy time now for the PWHL. Yeah. We are in... It's crazy how we are now in the thick of it. Now, this week is the penultimate week of the season. We've already have our first team eliminated from the playoff contention and now starting to draft all the points. Next week is the last week of the regular season. Then, potentially either by the last week of April or first week of May, we're going to be straight into World Cup playoffs. It's crazy. It's crazy how we have now reached that crescendo point of the season. And for the PWHL, this is a really critical time, given how tight the playoff races are. Especially right now, as we've got 3 teams still in the game. We are recording this episode after the Sirens' huge win over Tio last night, which has put them right back in the picture. Yeah, that's just crazy. And this weekend they've got a game against Ottawa, so yeah, it gets crazy. Yeah, crazy. Yeah. So the last thing you need is for something like this to happen, and just particularly for one of the teams that are right in the thick of the postseason picture. I mean, the Charge right now currently hold that last playoff spot. They have 36 points at the time recording, and both the Sirens and Scepters have 34. The Sirens have now just moved to 5th place. This is the last news, and I when I heard this on Tuesday, I just thought, why? Did anyone else think, why is it, why? What's going, I mean, you know, this, I mean, it should be a good thing, you know, because obviously, you know, if you were going to be taking a leader from another country to see the sights of what you do in your country, wouldn't you think you would have gone with the Starters? Yeah, I mean, I know people are going to be thinking, well, hang on, he visited the Charge, not the Starters, therefore you 3 should be happy about that, and of course, free publicity is any publicity and all that. Yeah, but it just feels a bit odd, especially how the Charge are in a position right now. Obviously, Karma Cards have had to step back. I have done an episode on that, by the way. I have done an episode on that. It's a short one, because obviously I always try and keep it tasteful, and not fully intruding. So I have covered that. I have covered that. So she had to step away. Hayo is now she interim head coach. The last thing she needs is for Bob the T's practices to get interrupted by politicians sort of sticking their noses in where it's not wanted. Yeah. But it's just... Could you imagine if... Right, because obviously I'm not political, but obviously I am associated with parties. Here in the UK, I am a Liberal Democrat. I've been one since the age of 20. So nearly a full decade now, I've been a Liberal Democrat. And of course, with the US, I associate with the Democratic Party. So yeah, but I'm not political. I don't do any political content on any of my shows. But could you imagine, right? Say if our party leader, so Sir Ed Davey, could you imagine if he went out to a state visit and got taken to an open practice of that country's sports teams. I look at that and think, isn't that a bit odd? When you want to talk more about social care, all that, it kind of feel a bit odd. Now, yes, Finland is a hockey-driven country. It's got a good hockey program, as a lot of the Scandinavian countries have. I mean, Sweden's got the SDHL, for example. But I just think, why? Yeah, and there's even a clip on the BBC. And stuff, yeah. So I'll put a link to that in the episode description. But there is a clip. It's only about 60 seconds. There's a 60-second clip of these two having some form of scrimmage. Let's read the description, see if we can learn a bit more about this visit. Okay, so Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney and the Finnish President Alexander Stubb hit the ice alongside the Ottawa Charge for a friendly match. The event took place during Stubb's first formal bilateral visit to Canada. According to an official statement, the visit aims to deepen cooperation. They could also deepen connections, you never know. Oh, don't start. It's not the Dutch one, George. Now, if he visited the Ottawa Charge, I would have had a problem there. We know. We'd not have a problem there. Right, so I'll do that paragraph again. According to an official statement, the visit aims to deepen cooperation between Finland and Canada across trade, defence, technology, energy, and Arctic policy. For Carney, the friendly hockey match came just hours after his Liberal Party secured a slim majority in the House of Commons. Okay. Obviously not political. Don't get involved with any world politics. Obviously the US, I do keep a very close eye on. Are we gonna have midterms during the World Championships? I think they are. Should I give you a date for it? Yeah. Oh yeah. Because obviously the World Championships now in November. I'll give you It's 28 a leap year. Yes, right. Why? Because your birthday might then fall on the next presidential election. Well, like in 2016. Yeah, that was bad. I've had quite a few of my birthdays fall during when the US have gone to the polls. Like the last midterms happened on my 26th birthday. No, midterms this year are the 3rd of November. So that's just before World Championships. World Championships kick off on the 6th of November 2026. So no, so we just squeak through. Yeah, just squeak through there. But all that is being mighty to watch out going forward. Yeah, and all that. Anyway, right. So, have you two got any thoughts? Because I'm struggling with what to say. Not because I don't want it to be a political show, but because I'm just looking at this thinking, why? Yeah, I could read this so many times and just be, what? Should I go? Go on, lady. Go on, lady. You try. I'll go. I agree with my partner. This should really be something. Oh, good. Yeah. Look, you've got two foreign leaders actually taking an interest in women's hockey. But unfortunately, that's not what the visit was for. Nah. Because sport was not mentioned, that was it? No. 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 I'll read you that bit again. No. trade, defence, technology, energy, and Arctic policy. That is what is in this. What is it's about. No mention on sports or culture. Oh, so there's no chance of us sending Lisa Nandy out there. What position are you on with her now, George? She keeps... Lisa Nandy keeps blowing me hot and cold because one day I think she's the only decent person left in Labour, and the next is like, oh, she's just fallen in line. It's like, I don't know what I'll make of her now. She did very well in the most recent Question Time. I'll give her that. But when that other person was being rude to her, she stood her ground there. But yeah, oh god. So yeah, but no, could you imagine it was to do with sports? The bit was to do with sports culture. We could have actually yeah. Oh god, yeah. At least she's better than the last health sports culture secretary. Whoever that was in the last government. Anyway, yeah. So because sport and culture wasn't really seen to mention as part of the reason for the visit, you do have to wonder, okay, why are you there then? Well, you're not. I mean, it just. Plus, I don't think there were any things that represented Ottawa in the Olympics, if my memory serves me what? No, I don't think there were. No. So, would it better be visited, say, Vancouver? Because Vancouver did have a thing. Yeah, Michelle Carpenter. Yeah, their first ever draft pick. Yeah, she was a thing. So why should you maybe gone there? No, especially when Vancouver has got a few days off. Yeah, whereas Ottawa literally is about to play again very soon. Yeah. So I do look at this and think, yeah, this should be a good thing. You've got two political leaders taking an interest in women's hockey, and as Peter said, any publicity we can get, take it. But at the same time, you know, if he's not there to talk about sports and culture, then why is he there? Now, I mean, sport and culture, that's your bread and butter, George. Yeah. And I'll just define to people what we mean by sport and culture. We'll do the definitive definition of that. So just give me 2 seconds. Yeah, because as they just said, it is kind of my bread and butter. So I'll just give you the definitive of that. So what we mean by sports and culture, it represents the shared values, traditions and behaviours associated with physical activity, shaping how society plays, views and discusses sports. It acts as a vehicle for national identity, social cohesion, and individual expression, frequently blending competitive with community traditions. So, national identity and major events, cultural traditions, community cohesion, institutional socializations, sport, values, behavioural norms, societal impact, sports, theatre, film, so it's a combination of sports events, but also cultural events, like such as film, TV, theatre, all that. That's what Lenny means when I talk about my bread and butter. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, are we going to will we be watching Ottawa's game on Saturday? Is it Saturday? Yeah. I just got the start time for Nordies game 1. That's Saturday, 10:30 p.m. our time. Oh, and I did say I was gonna be watching Nordies per games this year, but we can do split screen. I don't mind doing split screen, yeah, because obviously nobody interested in the HL these days. Yeah. Oh, Cyrus at Charge is 7 p.m. And at 10 p.m. you got Golden Eyes at Torrent. That is Saturday's lineup. So we're fine. Yeah, fine. Right, I was wondering if they'll bring up on the broadcast. Oh, could do during an intermission. Yeah, could do. Yeah, we might see that. Yeah, could do. Yeah. I think it'd be interesting to see if we could get their opinion of it, but like, yeah. I mean, I have no problem if the politicians, when they come on to a state visit, they go and visit other things, but I look at this, and it doesn't really make sense. No. It's like, I'm a huge one. It's like, why? Mm-hmm. Why have you done this? What's the point of doing this? Yeah. Why? Yeah. Just crazy? Yeah. Can you now? Can I? Yeah. Shall I? Yeah. You have a go now. Come on. Go for it. Go on, boy. Just say anything. Just say anything. Okay. Okay. Right. Go. What do you make of it? Well, the way I see it, can I be rude? Yes. Please be rude. Never be kind to politicians. Be rude as. Okay, because they do nothing for us. Go on. Do it. Go on. Right. The way I see it, it's basically two old codgers playing hockey with a bunch of girls. Oh! Okay. Wow. Right. He actually went there. That's how I say it. You went there. Wow. Okay. Okay. Right. You've just been taken aback by that, haven't you? Wow, okay. It's just, I mean, seriously? Why did they not? I mean, it's just. It's like, come on out, Graham. It's just. I don't know where to go. It's like. It just feels like some just randomness has happened. It's like. Yeah, we really are struggling to speak today. I mean. This is just. Yeah, I think we really are struggling with what to say today about this. I mean, yeah, it's just crazy, absolutely crazy. I mean, where do I even start? You know, where do I even start? Mm-hmm. Don't get it. What was the point of this visit? What, like, literally, what was the point of it? You know, if he's not there to talk sport and culture, then seriously, why not just focus on the reason why you are there in the first place? Yep. That is. I mean, it just and. Are they basically doing it trying to boost their image? Let's face it, no world leaders are popular right now. Let's just have it at that. No world leaders are popular right now. On either side of the pond. So these two really just do it as a way to sort of boost their image. Why not just gone to the Senators? Why not just pester them? Because their season's winding down. Because their season obviously is wrapped up. They're waiting now for playoffs to start on the weekend. Why not go and bother them Because the Charge season is still very much in full high gear. There's still a few games left in the Ottawa Charge before we start looking at whether or not they're going to be cast or not. The Senators, their season ended earlier in the week. Why not just gone to their practice and do it there? And then, if it looks like to some people, oh, they're just doing it to boost their profiles, then fine. It's just, again, men using men to boost male profiles. It just feels like, what are we doing here? I mean, I just don't get why. If it was celebrities, I'd be all for it. Yeah, because they can say, "Oh look, they're taking an interest in our league," but it's not. It's two politicians from two leading politicians of two countries, basically rolling about on the ice with a professional women's hockey team. So I just don't see what the point of it was. No. Just no. I don't even know where to begin. I know it felt like something random on your timeline on social media, because that's kind of how it was. That's how I spotted it. It was randomly posted on my timeline. I was like, what is this? What is going on here again? Yeah, I'm like, just answers on a postcard, please. Yeah, like seriously, answers on a postcard. What the hell was the idea behind that? Like seriously, what was the idea behind that? Seriously, anyone got any answers to that? Nah, just nah. I know what people are thinking. We should look at this as being, oh well, he visited our league. That should be a good thing. That's more publicity for the league, and more publicity the league is the better. Yeah, but you've got to make that with the publicity. You got to make it make sense. I mean, advertising, marketing, promotions. That is where I want to specialise in growing the league. And when it comes to publicity, you can't just do like some random PR stuff, which is kind of what this looks like to me. You can't really just get away with a random PR stunt and think that is going to drive more people to check out the PWHL going into the 2026-27 season, especially when we potentially have got 4 more teams. Oh, no, George, we have definitely got 4 more teams coming. Stop trying to marry dads. They basically confirmed it on Vancouver's broadcast. Yeah. This is why you do not have 2 men on the broadcast booth. You do it, because I'm just... Right, so yeah, so we were watching Seattle at Vancouver on the Tuesday. And it was 2 men on the broadcast. Bad move. Were Kenzie and Cheryl busy? Were Kenzie and Cheryl, or even Alexis, not available? And during the game, at one point, they were talking about all players potentially being poached left, right, and then one of them said, well, with 4 more teams coming, and straight away they were like, stop the Claxton! And this was about, 4 a.m, 5 a.m. in the morning here in the UK, so we're like, what? Hold on! Oh, did he just say what I think he's just said? Has he just confirmed that? I mean, definitely confirmed we're definitely getting 4 more teams next year. So, if I was either Amy Sheen or Jay Hefford, I straight away would be bringing those 2 clowns in and would be giving them their P45 straight away on the spot. Don't ever do that again, PWHL. Never again put 2 men in the broadcast booth. Do not do it. A man and woman or 2 women. That should be the standard broadcast. You put 2 men in, and basically they're gonna turn it into a drunken lock-in at Wetherspoons. That's what it felt like to me. That is what it felt like. It basically felt like somebody having a lock-in at Wetherspoons and they've already gone pissed. Anyway, but I say, you can't just do like a random PR stunt and expect people to then just show up. Okay, that's not how it works. Yes, we have to grow our game through various different marketing and advertising strategies, but that is not it. That is not it. Well, you gotta wonder, did the PWHL even knew that this was going to be happening? Because like you said, George, at the start of the show, it's the last thing the Charge need right now, when they are in the thick of a playoff race. They had to have an interim head coach. Their assistant head coach had to step up to the plate. That's the last thing you need right now. Especially when we didn't really have any things from our representative in Monaco team. Nope. Boston did. Vancouver did. I can't remember if there was anyone on Ottawa from Finland. I can't remember. Lots happened since the flame was extinguished in Monaco team. Lots happened. Not to mention our trip. So, yeah. I kind of just want to wrap it up here because I just feel like we can keep going round and round in circles on this, but I would rather just wrap it up. Because I just think, I just think this is a bizarre thing that's happened. Yeah. And I just... Can I do it? No, you can't. I know what you're about to do, but no, we're not making digs against administrations. I was going to say, oh, at least Canada's PM showed an interest in not doing distasteful jokes. Oh, yeah. I already covered that. I've already covered that. Yeah. I already covered that. Not long after the Cortina. And I think I'd managed to do it brilliantly without referencing what happened. Without mentioning the culprits. I just focused on the joke. By the way. Can we just leave it there? Yeah. Can we just leave it there? Yeah. Because honestly, what do you guys make of it? Let us know. Because we are literally just struggling to find the words here to talk about this. So, over to you guys. Yeah. Let us know. PWHL@gmail.com. Or leave balls in the comments. Let us know. What do you make of this bizarre visit from two political leaders? We will leave it at that. And we'll say thanks to us. Take care, guys. And until next time.